Hi Gemini, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Nina and today we are doing your April 2020 predictions. This may apply to Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Keep in mind though that these readings are general, so it may not apply to everyone. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest that doesn't. If you are able to gain something out of this, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear your feedback and give the video a like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification to know when I upload my videos. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at Sinfulpluto.com. And yeah, let's get started. I'm using the Moonchild Tarot for anyone who is wondering. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what comes up. All right, what's going on for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Bitch, already. All right, we have the Three of Wands and the Queen of Cups. All right, some of you might be collaborating with a water sign or with a maternal figure in your life. Or you might be expanding a relationship with a water sign or someone who is really intuitive or psychic in some way, very nurturing, very loving. Three of Wands. A water, like this. Okay, so there's a Queen of Cups figure who might end up being a mentor for you. You might end up really learning from them in some way, or they might be teaching you a lot of really valuable information that kind of expands your horizons or opens your mind to different possibilities and to different kind of philosophies and beliefs and ideas and things along those lines. And then, so we have the Queen of Cups and the Three of Wands, right? And then bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands reversed. So Queen of Cups, Three of Wands, and Queen of Wands reversed. So you might be dealing with two very distinct feminine energies, and they're okay, some of you, maybe there's some sort of disagreement going on. Because then, yeah, we also have the Four of Wands reversed. There might be some sort of disharmony going on. We have the Ten of Wands reversed. And then we have the Two of Wands reversed. At the bottom of the deck is the, what is this? The Ten of Swords reversed. So having the Ten of Swords reversed at the bottom of the deck basically signifies kind of trying to avoid the inevitable end of something, or it may signify the fear of something ending. It may also signify recovery. It may also signify trying to avoid something that needs to end, trying to avoid something that's just inevitable, trying to avoid facing something or putting something to rest. The Ten of Swords reverse may also signify someone who's being really dramatic. It feels kind of like drama. This feels like drama, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, Gemini. I don't know if you are the mediator between a water sign or a fire sign, but it seems as though there's just some sort of disagreement. There's some sort of issue going on, because the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands reversed, they're not looking at each other. They're not looking at each other. So I don't know if this is a friend group. I don't know if this is family related, but it just seems as though two people have different mindsets. They have two different ideas, and it's leading to this overall disharmony or instability within the relationship, or within the friend group, or within even the household, or something along those lines. With this Four of Wands reverse, this is just disharmony. This is instability. This is people not getting along, not seeing eye to eye. This is the Four of Wands reverse is literally getting caught up in drama. And it seems as though this is just not a burden worth carrying on your end. If you are playing the mediator, it seems as though you really don't want to go with, you don't want to do this. You don't want to be in the middle of this. It just seems like really petty drama, because for this Queen of Cups, this Queen of Cups is just being sensitive about something, or whatever the case is. And then the Queen of Wands reverse is just literally someone who's just being a bitch. Just someone who's being really rude, really nasty. Just someone who she isn't with it. She's just not. She's just being a bit of like an a-hole, like not wanting to listen, not wanting to admit that she may be wrong in some way, or just kind of like instigating, just adding more fuel to the fire. And it's just not really helping anything. So that might be how this is going. There might be some, just again, drama within the friend group. There might be some sort of drama within the family dynamic or something along those lines, whether it's between a water sign and a fire sign, or between two feminine figures in your life, or someone who might be older than you, or who just might be of age, in that sort of case. And that, so we have the Ten of Wands reversed, which just talks about the burden not being worth carried. Like you just don't want to, like it seems as though you might be over this. You just want to let it go. But the Ten of Wands reversed kind of talks about needing to let go of a burden. Again, maybe you have found yourself being the middleman, and all of the things that they're saying just keep on bogging you down, and you're just kind of over it because it might not be drama that really pertains to you, but they're kind of just like having you go back and forth when they should be communicating with each other and cut off this middleman. Because if there's issues between these two people, they should act like adults and talk it out, rather than having a middleman going and basically running errands for them. That's just not fair. But it seems as though you feel tied down, you feel kind of stuck, you don't really know what to do with the Two of Wands reversed. You might feel limited, you don't really know how to get yourself out of the situation. And it seems as though the longer this drags out, the less it feels that you will be able to, or the less you may feel that you will be able to get yourself out of this situation. And if this is the case, it's so important for you to just get out, for you to set boundaries in that way and be like, you know what, this is not even my business. If you need to talk something out, if you have issues with each other, then you need to hash it out together. I'm not part of this. I'm not part of the drama. This has nothing to do with me. You two need to talk like adults and get it sorted out, because I'm getting tired of it. You know, this is ridiculous, especially if this is petty drama. This is ridiculous. This is stupid. We need to get over this. So that's kind of what that looks like. With the Two of Wands reversed, this may also signify, I feel as though for some of you, this might signify how this situation is distracting you from other things that you want to focus on. It may be distracting you from other endeavors or other projects or things that you just want to spend more time on, whatever that thing might be for you. It also feels as though it's also possible that specifically this Queen of Wands reversed is trying to get you on their side, or wants you on her side, wants you on their side. And maybe trying to just like almost like manipulate the situation in some way to get you to side with them, but you might be aware of that and you might not be like giving into it. Or if you have been giving into it, being mindful of that and like kind of steer things back, because at the end of the day, like there has to be a sense of boundary. And if there's an issue that doesn't pertain to you, then cut that thing off. Don't let them kind of talk crap about the other friend, you know, because at the end of the day, you're all still associated. So kind of allow yourself to set that sort of boundary. And again, it just feels like there's an overall sense of distraction, which is it's just really annoying. I don't know why, but for some reason, it feels as though this might be an issue between a mother and a grandmother. So like mother-daughter issues, and you might be like the daughter / grandkid of them both, and it just seems petty. It seems stupid. These might be issues that have been this might be like ongoing issues that either have like been repressed or like never fully acknowledged, and maybe your entire life you've kind of been the middleman and kind of just like taking it, but it just seems as though this is ridiculous. It's just like, it seems as though cords need to be cut, in the sense of like, if they need to talk things out, if issues need to be addressed, then they address it between themselves rather than having like the child basically go back and forth between them. It's ridiculous. And like having someone try to pick sides is stupid. So that's kind of what that seems like. It might also be with this Queen of Cups and this Three of Wands. Maybe you were coming through as the Queen of Cups. I don't know who was who, right? You may be the Queen of Cups, maybe you're the Queen of Wands, or maybe you're not either of them. But either way, for some of you, this Queen of Wands and this Queen of Cups and this Three of Wands, it may be that some of you end up being presented with some sort of opportunity. Maybe you end up taking on a new hobby, or like a course, or a class, or something along those lines that ends up like broadening your horizons or opens you up to new and different things, or something that is very emotionally fulfilling for you, something that you want to take care of. You end up doing something that like you really want to nurture and bring a lot of life into, if that kind of makes sense. For some reason, with this Queen of Cups and the Four of Wands reverse, for some of you, this, I don't know why, but this kind of feels like escapism for some of you. Maybe you're trying to escape an issue with your mom, or with a maternal figure, or just like a parent figure in your life, whether this is like a grandmother of yours, or just like a guardian, or someone who's like nurtured or has brought you up in this world. It seems as though there's just a sense of escapism with these, like with the Three of Wands. I feel like this feeling of wanting to run away, of no longer wanting to deal with these issues anymore, no longer wanting to deal with anything, no longer wanting to deal with the drama, or maybe with the neglect in some way, or whatever the case. It just seems as though you might have this mindset of like, okay, if I run away, then I won't have to deal with anything again. I can focus on my own stuff. But with the Ten of Wands and this Two of Wands reverse, it seems as though it might actually do the opposite. It might actually kind of hinder you in some way, because the Two of Wands reverse is just like, it's the limitation as well. So maybe at first it feels really liberating, and it feels like, wow, I can finally be on my own. I can finally be independent and travel and be my own person. But it might eventually go down into the sense of limitation, or feeling as though your hands are tied, feeling as though like maybe you don't have enough knowledge to do something, or whatever the case is. Or maybe this Two of Wands. Okay, some of you might be jealous of someone, or someone might be jealous of you, because the Queen of Wands reverse is kind of like that big bold person, but this is also someone who is easily jealous. And the Two of Wands reversed is this energy of wanting what they don't have. So someone might be jealous of you because maybe you're someone who is very emotionally stable, or you're just very emotionally mature, or people may love you because you have such a nurturing or loving energy, or whatever the case is. Maybe you're just really intuitive, or maybe you're really psychic. Whatever the case is, there might be someone who is jealous of you, and they feel as though you have the world and they want to have that. And that might lead to some sort of drama, Four of Wands reverse, or disharmony. I don't know if this person is like friends with you, or if they're just watching you from the side. For some of you, this may be like a long distance friend, like an online friend or something like that, with the Three of Wands. Or maybe there's just a lot of distance between you and this person. So it's almost as though it's not much to worry about, but it seems as though the energy is still kind of present. With the Three of Wands and the Ten of Wands reverse, this may also read as how you might actually just need to place a little bit more distance between you and this person, because of their own jealousy and envy, and just like feeling of either incompetence, or feeling just mad that that you have something that they don't, and maybe you have something that they're just not naturally inclined at doing the way that you are. So that might be something that comes up for you in the month of April. Again, there's this energy of like wanting to get away from family. You might be, especially with everything going on with like the quarantine, some of you might really feel this need to get away from family, because maybe you feel suffocated by them in some way. Maybe you just like need a break, maybe you need a breather. And if that's the case, find time to kind of separate yourself from them and to kind of disengage. If like you are within the same household, try to find ways to disengage with them, or like just find alone time whenever you can. Maybe go outside to take a walk for like 20 minutes or something like that, and kind of allow yourself to decompress in that way. If there is any sort of drama that comes up for you in the month of April, the Ten of Wands reversed is saying how this isn't really worth bothering with. Like it seems as though it might not be worth really engaging with. It seems as though it's just not that deep. For some of you, it might not be something that is really all that deep. So rather than kind of trying to drag it out, or just continuously like bring it up, it might just be like a burden not worth carrying. It might be something that is better released and let go, and like letting go of any sort of grudge rather than just like holding on to it and kind of just like maybe like pointing the finger at someone else or like blaming them for something or something along those lines. So I think that's all that I have for you, Gemini. This is like all over the place. I feel like a lot of messages came through, but yeah, if it resonates with you, if it was helpful for you in some way, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear your feedback in the comments. Give the video a like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification to know when I upload my videos, and I'll talk to you later.